We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. The kicker, Will Reichert, has the ball on the tee. And off we go here at Arrowhead. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Mahomes on 1st down. Got a man. That's Rashee Rice. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He'll tuck it and take off.
Yeah, that's a nice job. He's out of the pocket. He knows he doesn't need all that much for a 1st down. He's able to tuck it, get out of bounds, and keep this drive alive.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
15.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's dropped off for Pacheco. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's got it at the 3. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a designed run. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
One quarter. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Play fake to Jones, now Darnold. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And he will take this one in. 77 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The return starts from the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Yellow.
Motion man is Rice. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well.
Yellow.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground. You break in balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
Yellow.
Play action here. Mahomes. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes now to throw again. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And now 3rd and goal coming up. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, that's going to set up 4th down. They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Here's Mahomes. And this will pay off. It is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Darnold. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
As that play unfolded, Mike, I thought he was going to have a chance to find the end zone for the 2nd time here today. And I'll be honest, if I'm the play caller, at the end of this drive, I might give him one more shot at the end zone. But either way, they got to be thinking coming away here with 6. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
3rd and 6. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the 2nd quarter clock.
That's a great job defensively. The goal of every defense in the NFL is to accomplish one of 2 things. Turnovers, force field goals. In this case, the big 3rd down stop is most likely going to lead to the latter. Really nice job there in the red zone. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this 2nd half. About to get started. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On play action, here's Darnold. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He's going to look downfield once again. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
When you get big gains like that, Mike, it's pretty easy to see why that stat line just continues to grow. And the defense doesn't come away with a plan to stop this guy. We could have a record-setting performance on our hands.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Jones. And he's in! Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Hardman now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Mahomes. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. And in motion is Brown. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Vikings have got it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs. But he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. That's complete to Rice. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They convert on 4th down. To throw is Mahomes. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That's a gain of 18 yards. First and 10. Man in motion is Brown. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field. And not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
To the goal line and in. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, KC. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
This becomes a big spot here for the Chiefs. They will indeed go for 2. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Open man downfield. It's Addison. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Now on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. You let this go deep for Jefferson. Brian Cook there defensively to knock that one away.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day,
and he'll take it on in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be...
And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. He fields it at the 8. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Going for it all. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Yellow.
They'll drop to throw. To the left side. Caught by Kelsey. Look at the big man go. And he will go all the way. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Chiefs. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. This becomes a big spot here for the Chiefs. They will indeed go for 2.
15.
Man in motion is Brown. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran, Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's 1st down. To throw is Darnold. A dive and a catch. Incredible. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down. Here's Darnold. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That is brought in. What about that? Out of bounds. All the way down inside the 15. It's a big play when they needed it the most. A pickup of 44 yards. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Jones. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. At the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Here is first and goal. They'll run it here with Jones. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Here's first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. Throwing is Mahomes. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. This offense still has the one timeout to use. First and 10 coming up now. Open man right side is Kelce. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down. Mahomes now to throw again. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And the missed kick is going to cost them the game.
Well, that's just part of the game, unfortunately. You work hard to get yourself in position that you can tie it late with a field goal. But he just can't connect, and that's just a tough way to lose a game. There's no doubt about it.
You let this go deep for Jefferson. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Here we go. One final play. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one.